Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for your match preview here on GBFC for Villareal versus Chelsea in the European Super Cup final. We're not talking friendlies anymore. This isn't the Community Shield that we saw from Leicester and Man City at the weekend, which is a glorified English friendly. This is a chance for Chelsea to lift another European trophy, the Super Cup. I believe it is coming back with us from Belfast, Northern Ireland to Stamford Bridge. Villareal are a decent side. They beat both Arsenal and Manchester United to win the Europa League last season. Arsenal desperately needed to win it to get into the competition. United, well, it was a penalty shootout from hell. For Manchester United, it went on for about 3 days and they ended up losing it. Villareal come through as winners. Congratulations. However, it's now European champions Chelsea in wait for Villareal as they look to win another European trophy. In this video today, I'm going to break down a few fun facts about Villareal and Chelsea in European competitions. We're also going to take a look at my Chelsea starting 11. But before we do any of that, I would love to ask you to subscribe to GBFC. If you could, hit the like button on this video. If we can go for 4,000 likes before kickoff tonight, then that'll be absolutely fantastic. That's the like target. But first things first, Chelsea and Villareal, they've never met one another in European competition, which is kind of funny because this match tonight is Chelsea's 50th game against Spanish opponents in European football. The record that we have during that time is 20 wins, 17 draws, and 12 losses. So as we'd expect from Chelsea, we've won more than we've lost, but Spanish opponents are never easy. You know, Barcelona, Real Madrid, although that wasn't too tough. Another interesting fact is that Villareal are actually unbeaten in their last 15 European games, winning 12 of them and drawing 3. These guys are a bit like Sevilla a few years ago under Unai Emery. You know, Sevilla were the side that would just always win the Europa League, and now with Villareal, it's kind of like the same thing. They were absolutely excellent in the competition last season, and they're unbeaten in 15 European games. Now, we know that Chelsea are not doing too bad in terms of an unbeaten European run themselves, but it's important, despite looking at Chelsea Champions League winners, spending a lot of money. Villareal, team in Spain, done very well. Maybe you could say overachieved. It doesn't mean this is going to be an easy game. Chelsea, last season, we struggled against Arsenal. Villareal beat Arsenal. So there's absolutely no way we can think this is already job done. We've already talked about Chelsea's record against Spanish clubs in Europe. This is the 50th time we'd have played against one of them, but we've only lost 2 of the last 12 against Spanish opposition in European football, so it kind of bodes well. And another fun fact, since 2003, the Super Cup final has always had at least one English or Spanish team. So even though this season, I think that could change dramatically as La Liga kind of wonders and looks around for somebody to come and carry the mantle, it's going to be tough with Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona, but an English or a Spanish club has in fact appeared in the Super Cup final in all of the last 18 seasons. Now, of course, we know that Chelsea do have a little bit of a curse in the Super Cup. The last time we won it was in 1998 against Real Madrid, Spanish opposition, but we have lost the last 3 times that we've been in the final. Hopefully, things are going to change tonight. Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea will certainly be buoyed by the pending arrival of Romelu Lukaku. Both teams will be heavily confident having a European Cup in their trophy cabinet from the end of last season. The Super Cup game, the reason I think it's a lot more important than the Community Shield is because it's always good to stamp a European trophy against other rivals in Europe. You know, England wants to get one over Spain. The Community Shield, FA Cup versus Premier League, everyone's like, come on, we're about to flip and start the Premier League season. Why is this game here? You know, no one seems to care about it. With the Super Cup, it seems to have an added spice. It seems to have an added importance. And I really hope tonight that Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea can carry forward that brilliant end of season form in the Champions League last season, not the Premier League end of season form, to go ahead and win the game tonight. Now we're going to start by building the Chelsea team that I think is going to face Villareal in the Champions League tonight. As we know, with Chelsea lineup predictions this season, it's not going to be easy. We've got so much strength in depth, and whatever team you decide to pick, there's always going to be somebody who deserves to play who ends up missing out. So as always, I would love to hear your team in the comments down below. But without any further ado, I think the one position that is pretty much set in stone is the goalkeeper. 9 clean sheets in a Champions League campaign last year for Edouard Mendy. It's absolute insanity how good this guy was in the competition in his first season at Chelsea. He is the #1 goalkeeper right now at our club. He's the man who starts tonight. And then we move into a back three. And it's a tough one. Thiago Silva got back late from the Copa America. He was in the final with Brazil. Unfortunately, he lost it. So Christensen, even though Denmark got to a semi-final, he's been back with Chelsea for longer. I don't expect Thiago Silva to start at all. So therefore, Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger are my back three. It is the back three that carried us to Champions League glory. And I think despite having one eye on the game against Crystal Palace at the weekend, I think Thomas Tuchel is going to field a very strong side. And I fully expect him to go with a mixture of experience and obviously players that have had more time training, which is why I've gone with Reece James and Ben Chilwell, because although they've not had as much time training and in the squad, I still think they're going to need some match minutes to be ready for the Premier League this weekend. And even though it's super close to the game, it's obviously Wednesday night, Chelsea are playing Saturday afternoon against Crystal Palace, I think at least starting the game with Reece James in the right wing-back role and Ben Chilwell on the left is good, particularly for Reece's confidence. However, it could very easily be Callum Hudson-Odoi in that right wing-back position because Callum has looked so strong, so quick and so ready during this pre-season that Thomas Tuchel might just turn around and say, you know what, you've impressed me. Go out there tonight and get the start in Reece James's position and prove to me that you're giving me another headache when it comes to the Premier League. Now we move into the centre of the park. And as much as I said in yesterday's video, which was my best Chelsea 11 potential for the season with Romelu Lukaku, I have decided to take Jorginho out of the team for this game. He is one of the last players to have come back after the Euros for Chelsea. Mateo Kovacic has been back for a lot longer, and I think it will be an opportunity for Thomas Tuchel to see if the Kante-Kova, Kante-Jorginho partnership has fluidity in motion for Chelsea, regardless of who's ready and who's fit. With Jorginho, I don't think there's going to be a question about his fitness. I think Jorginho is going to be itching and ready for Chelsea this season after being a double European champion. But I'm going to stick Mateo Kovacic in the side today. He's been back training for longer. And I think it's going to be N'Golo Kante's game again. Against Liverpool, last time out in the Super Cup, Kante was exceptional. Unfortunately, Chelsea lost that one on penalties, but N'Golo Kante loves these kind of games. He's going to be a game changer for Chelsea, and I believe he is our match winner. We move into the front three. Now then, this is where the headache just circulates over and over and over again. The team that I've gone with, the lineup that I've gone with, I've changed my mind so many times. I think that Hakim Ziyech's going to play, but at the same time, I've chosen a front three that I would really like to see because I'd be very intrigued as to how it would work. I want to see Christian Pulisic deployed a bit deeper with Kai Havertz as the striker. And I've gone with Havertz, Mount and Christian Pulisic. I believe it's going to be something more along the lines of Ziyech, Havertz, Werner. That's what I think is actually going to happen. But I really want to see Kai Havertz, Christian Pulisic and Mason Mount linking up together. I think it would give Villareal an absolute headache to know who's going to be the one going through the middle. Christian Pulisic's going to drift off left, Mason Mount right and vice versa, Mount to the left, Pulisic to the right. I kind of feel as though it would give Christian Pulisic more of an Eden Hazard kind of role. What we saw from Eden Hazard at Chelsea was that he'd line up on the left, but the movement of Matic going forward from the centre would enable Hazard to actually roam wherever he wanted in the final third when Chelsea are progressing and attacking. I think we could see a similar role from Christian Pulisic experimented tonight with Thomas Tuchel. I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, I think it will be Ziyech, Werner, Havertz as the front three. I think he'll rest Mason Mount for the weekend, but I really want to see Havertz, Pulisic and Mason Mount playing together as a trio. That is my Chelsea team. It is up on the screen now. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments down below. As with every match preview, I've always got to give you guys my prediction as to what is going to happen. I think because we've not played any competitive football until this game, I don't think tonight, in terms of performance, is going to be the best gauge as to what to expect in the early Premier League games of the season from Chelsea. However, I do think we will still be solid at the back. I think that we'll be creating more chances going forward. And with the confidence of our forward players, I think we'll score enough to beat Villareal. They're a difficult team to break down. They're very defensively solid. But I think Chelsea will come away in the 90 minutes with a 2-1 victory. Let me know your match prediction in the comments down below for the score. Also, your starting 11. And of course, 6 things we learned will be out as soon as I can after the game. I think I'm going to struggle with the lighting because I've not got my light with me, or I have my light with me, but I need to set it up in time, and it's going to be like 5:30 in the morning, so the sun won't have rose yet, but I'm going to try my best to get 6 things we learned, the first serious one of the season, out straight after the final. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Check out GBFC 2, link down below. Thank you for all the support. It's been a crazy, crazy week. I hope you're enjoying the content. See you guys. Come on, you Blues. Bring it home.